I want to report an incident in my constituency last week whereby Boko Haram fighters, numbering about 200 of them, armed with sophisticated weapons, initially carted away from the Nigerian military. MRAF, gun trucks, all the sophisticated weapons attacked one of my local governments. And as a result of the gallantry, zeal, determination, and patriotism exhibited by the Nigerian military, they were able to not only repel the attack on that local government, they succeeded in neutralizing half of those Boko Haram that came fully armed, determined to take over that local government, and then seize most of the sophisticated weapons that they came along with to attack our soldiers. So because of this bravery, an act of gallantry that the military exhibited in the course of this attack, there is a need for the Senate to acknowledge this gallantry and also thank them for what they have done, because this will serve as a veritable tonic for them to do more. That is what I want to bring to the notice of the Senate, to commend them for the act of gallantry that they have done. Thank you.
Well, just as you were commending the military for the confirmation of the new chief of army staff, so your point of order is sustained. Now, I join you and the Senate to commend the gallantry of our soldiers and pray that God will keep them safe as they strive to keep Nigeria one and stop the insurgents who are trying to divide the country. May Almighty Allah bless them and keep them while fighting for our cause. So let me just read the correspondence very quickly. Distinguished Senator Akpabio, GCON, President of the Senate, confirmation of appointment of Lieutenant General O.O. Oluide as Chief of Army Staff. In accordance with the provisions of Section 218, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and Section 18, subsection 1 of the Armed Forces Act, I am pleased to forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Lieutenant General Oluide as the Chief of Army Staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Lieutenant General O.O. Oluide has been serving diligently in an acting capacity since his appointment. He has displayed exceptional leadership, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to the security and continued stability of our nation and the progress of our armed forces. His qualifications, experience, and contributions to the Nigerian Army and the nation at large make him well suited for this important role. While I am confident that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominee expeditiously, please accept, distinguished Senate President and distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it's good that the new Chief of Army Staff in acting capacity is starting on a good note. So in line with our rules, this is referred to the Committee on the Army, Senate Committee on the Army, to screen and then present the report to the Committee of the Whole for consideration and further action as soon as practicable.
Very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the first business of the day is the presentation of a House bill standing in my name on the Federal Universities of Agriculture Act Amendment Bill. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk of the Senate.
Standing in my name on the Sexual Harassment of Students Prevention and Prohibition Bill 2024 HB 1598. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk of
Mr. President, Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, the third business of the day is the presentation of a bill standing in the name of most distinguished Senator Adebule Idiat Oluranti on the Child Rights Act Amendment Bill 2024 SB 652. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk of the Senate.
Colleagues, the fourth business of the day is the presentation of a bill standing in the name of most distinguished Senator Daniel Olugbenga on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill 2024 SB 654. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Distinguished colleagues, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Amendment Alteration Bill 2024 SB 654. First reading taken. Leader of the Senate.
The fifth business of the day is the presentation of a bill standing in the name of most distinguished Senator Hussaini Babangida Uba on the Commercial Vehicle Safety Regulation Bill 2024 SB 655. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk of the Senate.
Very distinguished colleagues, the sixth business of the day is the presentation of a bill standing in the name of most distinguished Senator Oyewumi Kamorudin Olalere on the National Trauma Center, Ikire, Osun State Establishment Bill 2024 SB 656. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of the Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk, distinguished colleagues, National Trauma Center, Ikire, in Osun State Establishment Bill 2024 SB 656. First reading taken. Leader of the Senate.